look away from the door just a bit, you get 4 heroes that could make
that their early game is way better than their opponents. I think Vamos have just nailed it, but it's not impossible to win. This is not a late game composition where the early game is like totally just you farming. However, Bushido Wildcats has to play perfectly, is what I'm saying. There is a lot of opening for them to utilize with the Freya as well. Just early, and then you put in the Eudora with the chip. That means that you have a lot of angles to look at. However, Team Vamos, just look at their composition. This is Hirara with in as well as the Beleric, strong mid trio. And then if you factor in Arlott with the Jushin in the early stages, you see a lot of turtle fights that can easily be won by Team Vamos.
Mechanically demanding is the draft of Bushido Wildcats, with Vamos having seemingly the right answers for it in the early game. We're already neck deep into game number 1. This Alice is going to get caught out in a surprise rotation through the mid. The Roman trio that you were pointing towards to Wolf gets to catch the Alice. Kuntepper goes down. And it seems like the theme from him yesterday, the overcompensation continues, and so it does as well for Nam. Siska is here. They have to be careful with the entry of the Arlott. Bushido Wildcats might get punished. They back off, and Vamos decide to not overcompensate like what their opponents are doing so far at the start. This will make pulling off the game plan of Bushido Wildcats all the more difficult.
Yeah. Chip has to back up for now, and of course the Eudora is forced to just fend for his own in the middle up against this Jushin as well as this Beleric. That might mean that he will miss a lot of minions out there. So Nexus tries to pull it just to kind of scatter the members of Team Vamos. But that means that Team Vamos now know exactly where Bushido Wildcats will be coming from. Turtle take is going to be difficult for the Wildcats. They even get Nexus taken out. And now Siska wants forced. Siska with the flash, a level 3 tank cannot survive up against the 4 members of Team Vamos.
You talked about the Roman trio, and again, just adding more evidence to the argument. Vamos have cut out Nexus and have over-rotated, or excuse me, better rotated against trio Bushido Wildcats, who are now scrambling to get some semblance of control in the center of the map and through their own jungle. Nexus, after getting taken down, is now finally being able to get some farm, but the lead has ballooned, getting to 2,000. Meanwhile, up top, it looks like Kuntepper's in trouble. It is an Alice after all. He'll be able to get away. But if you look at the entire heat map, it's been all Vamos in the center. The chip has been relegated to just protect the jungle, not actually being able to be proactive, get information. This is going to be a really tough comeback for Bushido Wildcats, if ever.
That's the best way to describe it. It's going to be a difficult comeback. All things considered now, Team Vamos are going to be... They're just going to be controlling the mid now. They're giving even a lot of gold for this Claude for the double lane. And that means a typical Freya versus Claude matchup where the Freya easily winning in the lanes now is not going to be the case. Natko has a level ahead of Sunshine in that lane. With the 3-0 start coming up, Vamos, and the way that they're moving, they have already a straight up way to win this game. It's 11,000 to 9.2k at just 4 minutes. And we talk about how snowbally this metagame could be.
Remember, if you're only catching the broadcast today, the items aren't appearing seemingly as intended. Not always the most accurate. So if you're wondering, oh, how come a golden staff was picked up by the chip? Nope, that's actually picked up by the Freya. How come Claude built up a Sky Piercer? No, that's built up by most likely the Hirara. There you go.
Yeah.
So far,
yep. And Zakif have a Demon Hunter sword. Don't worry about it.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, that's 100% of the hands of Natko. Like, everything is still fine. There is no Demon Hunter sword build up for the Beleric. We're not in that level of craziness for the metagame. And as expected, Bushido Wildcats really are just... Even it felt like 2 minutes into the game, they're already telling each other, hey guys, farm up first. Oh, Siska! From out of nowhere with a Final slash to catch out Kirai. Finally able to get away, but gets chased down by Natko. Brings down the ultimate. Didnam on the chip, but it's not helping them out as Bushido, even behind their first tower, under their second, are just getting decimated by Vamos. A double kill for Error. And everything we've said about the lineup, about the possibilities have come true. That's a triple for Error and total domination for Vamos.
Oh man, and the way that they are using this Claude, being activated very early into this game, it seems like they are the team that's how active Team Vamos has been. Everybody from their lineup is clearing their side lanes into the middle, clearing that wave as fast as possible as well, controlling the river, then getting the pickups that they needed. 7-1. Team Vamos is leading by 3,000, and we haven't gotten into the third turtle yet. Now, Bushido Wildcats, when we said that the early game is not impossible for them to pull off, they still have to look at a way to activate this Rhea as well as this Harley. But now things will be very difficult because of the defensive items that Team Vamos has accumulated along the way. And I think Siska wants to go for the damage with the War Axe.
Topside, conceal, plus the ultimate from the chip. Bushido Wildcats are trying desperately to get something, but the perfect ultimate from Zkeef messes up the attempt. Wrath of Dryad on point has led to a double kill Error, a kill for Siska, make that two double kills make 4 basic mans. Team Vamos are excelling.
Unbelievable. Zkeef reminded everyone should not pick the chip if the Belleric is around. A 5-man Wrath of the Dryad. Now Nexus wants to kill Natko. Natko with the lifesteal. Natko will fall. Finally, something good for Bushido Wildcats. Natko, the first target of the shortcut up top, coming out from Numb. That actually spelled the doom for Bushido Wildcats as they received that 5-man Wrath of the Dryad coming out from the Belleric. And now taken out, finally, something good for Bushido Wildcats. Nevertheless, you should still respect Zkeef in this match. Bushido Wildcats, you have to think about every time that you pop the chip ult.
It's crazy to think that, I mean, we did point out the difficulty of playing the chip in this scenario. They're going to try to go again. They send out the cavalry against the Arlot. A big play, finally getting something, but here comes Vamos trying to make sure that they can catch the members of Bushido Wildcats. The entry from Glockon with the Crimson Beacon stops Karai from being able to teleport away, and he becomes the trade. 1 for 1, and Bushido, at least he got something. It's a good latch on to.
Yeah. Definitely not go second left, but it's not the case. Natko's pretty healthy. In fact, they will be trying to push the top lane right now. With just the Freya to defend, this will be difficult. Sunshine feels a little bit comfortable, especially with Conde. Want to catch 3, pops the ultimate, but far too late. Get out of there with the Throne of Ruin and the CC mutate comes Natko for the extra Siska to close that one off. Now they want to go under the turret and they have taken out the Eudora. Now there's the chopping block. That's gonna be the Freya. They do have the damage. This spicy immunity Error for a 4 just steals so much under the turret. Gets out and a 4-man wipe for Team Vamos. Guess what? Error for a 4. He's not done yet. Not gonna catch the chip, but they take the turret, 4 kills and maybe the middle as well.
That execution by Team Vamos, and of course the execution from Bushido Wildcats in an attempt to get something to start things off for them. It's a perfect summary of the game. Numb decides to go in with a flicker and says the entire team they're trying to get Natko, but with all of the AoE that Vamos has, they get stopped in their tracks. I felt like that was a Hail Mary at this point. A maniac. Will he get the Savage? And he does. Error 404. It has gone all wrong for Bushido Wildcats.
Oh my goodness. Team Vamos. They were so ahead of this game. Bushido Wildcats went in for the 5-man play. not did they play perfectly. Not only did they play well with Siska, with Zakiv on the Wrath of the Dryad, and also punishing that ambition coming up from the Bushido Wildcats, able to take them down. 5 of them, wiping them out. Team Vamos, head of the curve time against the Bushido Wildcats.
It's these moments wherein if we were playing our own ranked games, we'd be telling Numb, yo, bro, you can ease up on the ultimate just a little bit, you know, like it's fine. We're gonna back you up. But time we go in, we just keep falling to something, man. We were supposed to play this chip to control the map, not for like hardcore team fighting, because if we do that, we're just gonna be at the mercy of Final Slash, Wrath of the Dryad, everything that Vamos has can mess our team fight up. And it's a slow dissection of the towers, of the control of Bushido Wild. We're heading close to the 12-13 minute mark, and this should be over with this push. If not this one, then the next. The comeback for Bushido. Too tall a task. Too difficult in order to follow. But Vamos are still respecting. They're being disciplined with it. Watch Ziki. He pops the conceal and goes in with a flicker. Wrath of Dryad. It's perfect in the engage. Bushido are knocked out of it. Vamos took control early with how they started. And they'll be able to win this game with nary a scratch. 23-4, domination by Vamos.
First 3